All right, y'all. Anthony Allen here, CEO and owner of Old Schooner Transport. I want to talk to y'all about something that is kind of a big deal, not just in Hotshot, because there's not a lot of companies out there that will actually give you equipment, but I'm going to get to that in a minute. Um, the worst thing that you can do, absolutely, I don't care if you're driving for Swift or whatever. You're driving Hotshot non-CDL for Leroy and Bubba out of Gulfport, Mississippi. Again, I made that up. Don't go looking them up. They probably don't exist. The worst thing that you can do, the fastest way to deep six your trucking career is to abandon equipment. There's no other way around this. If you abandon equipment, nobody else is going to trust you with their equipment. I'm not. I will tell you, I'm not. Because that means that you're going to leave it somewhere and I got to go get it. Maybe I have to pay a towing fee, storage fees. No, unacceptable. I'm going to give you a good example. And again, I'm using Hotshot 107 because they are the only ones that I know of that have a trailer program in the Hotshot industry. I'm not saying that others don't. I just don't know of anybody else. But if you come to drive for Hotshot 107, you bring your truck. You don't have a trailer, that's perfectly fine. We will give you a trailer, no money down, and we'll just start taking your payments out, and you're going to owe us. Well, not us. I'm again, not us. Them. I say us because I'm leased on to them, and they are kind of like family to me. But them, they are going to charge you for the use of their trailer, and it is a lease. I'm not sure if it's a lease purchase. I'm not sure how they do that. I'm doing something totally different with them, so don't base anything on what I'm doing. I'm in a whole nother level with what I'm doing, and I'm not even going to get into that. But if you come over here, we don't do a credit. They don't do a credit check. They don't check nothing. Trust me, if they did a credit check, I probably wouldn't even be working for them because mine is shot to shit. Just being honest with you. I'm not even close to where I thought I would be 2 years into starting this business. It happens. It's unfortunate. What are you going to do? Anyway, but you come over here, you do your onboarding, we'll give you a trailer. That's your trailer. You're responsible for it. You are 100% responsible for that trailer. That does not mean on your home time that you can go pull Leroy and Bubba's equipment from New Orleans to Little Rock, Arkansas on your home time. It's not how it works. Read the contract. But what you can do is put it behind your truck and under dispatch make money. Now, if you decide to pay it off, buy it outright from them, you come home, you want to haul Leroy and Bubba's equipment from New Orleans to Little Rock, go for it. It's your trailer at that point. But until then, that's your trailer to use. But if you decide, say, couple of weeks or a few months in, man, you know what? This road shit sucks. It really sucks out here. I don't want to do this anymore. You know what? I'm just going to leave this trailer here at this truck stop. I don't care. I'm going home. And you drive back to Timbuktu with your bobtail, and you left that trailer sitting somewhere. Sitting at a Pilot or a Flying Hook or a Love's or whatever. That's called abandoning equipment. That is one of the, there are a few ultimate sins that will kill your truck driving career. That's an easy one. That's a fast way to do it. You will be done. You're done. You have just completely scuttled your career. You're not driving anymore. If you come to me for a job and I find out that you have an equipment abandonment, hell no, I'm not giving you a truck. Hell no, I'm not giving you a trailer. I'm not giving you anything except directions to get out of my office. There is a company out there, and a lot of you hotshotters who've never drove a truck have probably never heard of this. The company is called Hire Right. They're out of Missouri. What they have is called a DAC report. DAC. Don't ask me what it means. I don't know what it stands for. But what your DAC report is going to do is it is going to show all of your driving history for any company, and there's at least 2,500 of them that use this, and I wish to God Hotshot 107 would use them, because it would save a lot of headache and heartache, in my opinion, for the known drivers out there, not for you non-CDL guys who've never drove anything. Unfortunately, you're not going to show up. But what it does is it's basically a credit report for drivers. That's exactly what it is. It is a credit reporting agency for drivers. If you go and get a driving job at one of the big carriers, Swift, Werner, Schneider, Knight, CR England, Covenant, U.S. Express, Western Express. We've all seen their trucks on the road. Every one of them that I've named out, FedEx, UPS. Every one of those companies that I just called out, you have seen their trucks on the road. Guaranteed. Even if you haven't driven anywhere, you've seen their trucks on the road, I promise you. Every one of those companies that I just mentioned, I'm pretty sure, use Hire Right. They use the DAC report. They look at it. They use that as a reference to see, do we really want to hire this guy? And I can assure you, if you have an equipment abandonment and it's on your DAC report, you are not going to get a job driving. Now, you may get lucky and you may go to Leroy and Bubba's Trucking Company out of Gulfport, Mississippi, and Leroy and Bubba may not check into Hire Right. They may just look at you and say, you know what? We need a driver, man. We're short drivers. We'll give the guy a chance. Maybe they won't call your previous employers. And also, the DOT requires that you put down every company that you have driven for in the last 10 years on your employment application. That is a DOT requirement. That's not a suggestion for the company. That is a DOT requirement. last 10 years. It's 2022. So if in 2013 you drove for Chico's Trucking out of Bumfuck, Texas, and you don't put it down, even though you were there for 2 days, you are violating federal law. It's the truth. If DAC was as established, which DAC's pretty established. I mean, higher right's pretty established. But if more people used them, it would streamline stuff. So easy. I actually believe in them. Now, granted, there are companies out there that will put spiteful shit on your DAC report. You can dispute it. But that's neither here nor there. Back on the equipment abandonment, though, which is what this video is really about. Don't do it. And I'm going to tell you what brought me to make this video. I got a buddy of mine. Young guy, nice kid. And he actually contracted for Hotshot 107. Well, there was some issues going on with, and I'm not going to get into it because I don't even know any of the story. Don't really care. But Hotshot 107 has several authorities that they will put you under. One of their partners who had the authorities, they had a falling out with them. This partner authority got some of their drivers to go with them. And from what I understand, wound up screwing those drivers over. Anyway, this driver was still in possession of Hotshot 107's trailer. Left it out in Arizona. They had to go recover it. Well, the other day I'm on the phone with him because I keep in contact with him. Hell, I practically trained him. Unfortunately, he didn't listen to what I preached to him about equipment abandonment. I don't know why. It's pretty elementary. But he wanted me to talk to the guys over here about coming back. And a blatant no was given to me. Not a we'll think about it, no. And I just said, okay, I understand. I understand completely. It costs money to recover equipment. Now, that doesn't mean anything to anybody. And I get that. There are people out there that, oh, well, that's company money. They got the money. Really? You think I got the money to go recover my equipment? I'm out here. I own the company driving my own truck. And I'm driving the truck to pay the bill so I could build this into something. You think I got money to go recover my own equipment? No. That means I got to take off from work. You're double screwing me because it's costing me to go get it, and I'm losing money because I'm not making it. Especially when I run my truck. And I am looking to expand. I am looking at getting some more equipment. I can tell you when I get to that point, I'm signing up old Schooner with higher right. The reason I'm doing that is because I want to know who I'm giving my equipment to. I want to know who's running under my authority, assuming you come in here and I decide to partner it up, which I'm going to, as one of Hotshot 107's partner authorities. That's my end goal. It may take me a couple of more years. That's what I'm trying to build up to do. And I'm trying to build this up to help drivers out. My company motto is, we don't screw drivers. At the other side of it is, though, you're not going to screw me. So if I had somebody that had an equipment abandonment, you think I'm going to let them run from me? Absolutely not. That's the level that I'm at. Don't do it. I did another video earlier. Well, look down on my channel here, and you will see another video about somebody stealing a trailer. This is along those lines. Equipment abandonment, stealing trailers. Really, abandonment is stealing, the way I see it. Because if it gets stolen while it's on the side of the road, my opinion is you're still responsible for it. Let me tell you how you avoid equipment abandonment. And again, doesn't matter if you're driving a Hotshot, driving a Class 8, driving a local dump truck or cement truck, driving a beer truck. I don't really care what you're driving. The way you avoid an equipment abandonment on your record is simple. Bring it back to the yard. Admittedly, the guy I was using in the story lives in North Carolina, and Hotshot 107 is out of Ohio. I don't care. Have the courtesy to bring your trailer back. It's the only ethical thing to do, in my opinion. Now, if you're not going to bring it back, what does that say about you? That says that you have no integrity. If I'm driving, I drove for the worst company out there. Worse than Swift, as far as screwing drivers goes. They're out of business now. That company was Celadon. Celadon is out of business. They've been out of business now for a few years. I call them Celicon because they will sell you a con. I did something stupid and I became a lease operator for them. This is back in 2016. I lasted with them about 2 months before I got tired of eating Love's hot dogs every time I filled up, because the only way I was able to eat driving for them was points on my Love's card. Not even joking. Not even joking. I still brought their tractor back to Indianapolis. Granted, I did it in such a way to where I made my point. Being that and I'm not suggesting y'all do this. Please don't do this. I was a little younger, a lot more hot-headed than I am now. The way I brought them back their tractor is I blocked the gate and I locked the keys in it. Asshole move, but they still got their equipment back. They had an International Pro Star sitting sideways in front of their gate with the key locked in it. Had the key sitting on the driver's seat. I'm sure they had another key in there. I just wanted to get my point across. but I still returned their tractor. If you're smart, return the equipment. If this kid that I'm talking about would have brought the trailer back up here to Ohio and parked it in their yard, hey y'all, I'm sorry, but I'm going to go do something else. And then that didn't work out, and later on he wanted to come back, I can almost guarantee you he would have probably been welcomed back with open arms. In fact, I put money on it. Please do not abandon your equipment. And again, this is not just for Hotshot. This is not just for Hotshot 107. This is for any trucking company that you get on with. Local, over the road, mega fleet, or mom and pop. It doesn't matter. Bring that equipment home. And when I say home, I mean to the home terminal, or at least the closest terminal to you. If you pick up a truck, let's say you drive for Swift and you want to pick up a truck in Phoenix, Arizona. Don't know why anybody would want to drive for Swift, but we'll get to that. You get a truck out of Phoenix, Arizona, and you live in Biloxi, Mississippi. Find the nearest yard. Bring it back to that terminal. You ain't got to take it all the way back to Phoenix, but you need to find the nearest yard to bring it back to. If you don't bring it back to the nearest yard, that's equipment abandonment. Now, there are exceptions to this. If you're on home time and you get sick and you go into the hospital, obviously you're not going to bring the equipment back. Pick up the phone and call somebody. It's that simple. We're all human out here. Although some trucking companies tend to treat us like a number. And I've worked for those guys. But for the most part, we're all human. Shit happens. An illness can happen quick. Something to temporarily incapacitate you from driving. It happens. Maybe your truck breaks down and you just can't bring it back. Pick up the phone and let somebody know. That way at least, okay, is it in a safe location? All right, let me see what I need to do to get the equipment and recover it. That would be completely understandable. But just because you're mad, that's unacceptable. I don't care how pissed off I've gotten at a company, I've always brought their equipment back. The only time I've had a trailer get picked up that was a company trailer, believe it or not, it was a Hotshot trailer. It was one of Hotshot 107 trailers. But that's a different story. And it was beyond my control, but everybody knew what was going on and it was handled properly. Keep in communication with your company. It's that simple. Do the right thing. That's what we expect you to do out here. All of us. We're professional drivers. The key word in that is professional. Not professional just because we hold a CDL and we get paid to drive down the road. There is a There's a level of professionalism that we are supposed to display when we deal with these companies. That doesn't mean be like, I can't believe I'm saying this. Don't be like the flip-flop crowd. Come out here and show some self-respect, especially when you're dealing with somebody else giving you an opportunity, giving you a job, giving you a career, helping out your business. And if you're like me, this is your business. This ain't a job, this is a lifestyle. Be safe. Y'all take care.